My name is Lorraine Black. I'm originally from here. I was raised here, but I was born at the hospital in Seventh-day Adventist Hospital. Back in 1964, I was born there. Na siya business ya the natural right so yeah. Kon I ato COVID yata we did good on our trail rides. We were busy at this time in July. We were really busy, and then we were doing a lot of people going, in and out. And then after back in March, before COVID came around. Back in March, the beginning of March, we were busy too.
My business is a tour business. We take tourists down into Monument Valley Tribal Park. It's been running since I was 16, so that would have been around 2017. And I started running it at 16 years old. So before the March, when we were told to shut down for spring break, because they thought the pandemic was going to be over then, the routine would be just to get up at 7 or 6 and come up to the View Hotel and park our tour vehicles there, and the rest of the day we would stay there.
Owning a business is like it's really good to have business with horses. Yeah, I struggled with money. I had like 32 horses, so I sold 15 horse because of the pandemic came around, and I couldn't feed my horses. No hay, no money, and I was not unemployed, but I didn't have any money. So I started selling over at Gulp Hill, selling jewelry. That's how I fed my horses.
So COVID-19, how it affected my business was we lost a lot of our drivers and we weren't able to find any employees. We had no money and just mostly living off food drives and having teachers or school workers bring down food for us. And it also affected the animals as well. Sometimes we would miss going, like, we probably run out of hay. We'll probably have to limit the hay 2 slices for the horses and only maybe 2 to 3 slices for the sheep.
It's kind of still slow on my, even though they opened back up the Valley Drive and then for the tourists and for us to have business here, it's kind of still slow, but it's kind of like still struggling because of the tourists. They don't stop here. Even though when I'm up at the visitor center trying to pick up people, it takes time. It takes days to pick up people for them to ride horse. Maybe 1 to 2 days. That's when I pick up people, and then I bring them down. That's when they ride horses.
My grandma, she didn't like to stay in. She wouldn't, like, she's not able to see her family members or anything, so that kind of made her really, really depressed, especially since she's diabetic and she has a lot of health issues. And her going into depression again, it took a toll on her. So we tried everything in any way to keep her occupied, like let her telling us stories about her childhood or have her play puzzles or board games with us, or ask her how to make a certain traditional food or how to weave a rug or make a basket. Try to keep her mind going and not get distracted with other family members that she wasn't able to see.
For me, I'm still scared because the COVID is still around. And I went through COVID back in May. I was in hospital for for 4 weeks, and I came back out. I wasn't even strong enough to do things. I mean, a lot of people never got their COVID, but some of them did. That's how I lost my sister and my brother-in-law. That's how it is.
With the touring and the businesses like this, we have to deal with people that are foreigners, people that don't want to wear masks. So dealing with that, it I think that's why they kept it closed, but it was still like it wasn't fair that they were doing that to us. So that's why uh, a few of the tour companies protested in Winter Rock, and then that's when they said in 2 days. We didn't even have enough time to get everything ready, and they said in 2 days the parks will open and everybody can take tours. And I don't think anybody was ready for that, because there's still a few employees such as bookers and drivers, and you have to get all your you have to get all your paperwork such as driver's license, driver's records, CPR, first aid, background check, state background check. So we had to be on top of everything before anybody told us. But sometimes they would surprise us with other rules and guidelines that we didn't know was actually there. And so we had to memorize it even though they never written it down. And yeah.
All right, okay.